Hi guys, today we're going to teach Zorro to sit, drop and stand. Now, I'm going to use luring to teach the sit and the drop and the stand. You can also simply capture those behaviours. It's a little bit more of a time-consuming process. Perhaps if you were sitting down watching TV and you saw your dog sit, the instant you see the dog sit and the bottom hits the ground, you click and that captures that behaviour. It's a slower way, but luring's a way we can manufacture the behaviour by simply getting the dog to follow the food into a sit position, for example, and a drop and a stand. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so first I'm going to start with the sit. It's probably the most basic of the behaviours. So we simply raise the hand with the food. Okay, good. The minute his bottom hits the ground, I click and give him a treat. Sorry, it's okay. A bit of praise as well. Makes it a bit more fun. Boy, nice boy. Look at this. So it's actually quite easy, and if we repeat this enough times, you'll start to get the idea that that behaviour of sitting results in him getting rewarded with food. Nice. So note that I'm not saying sit as yet. First of all, what we do is we lure the dog into the sit, and once that behaviour is quite reliable with the lure, we can then start to fade the lure out of the exercise. Okay, but it's important that the dog is doing the behaviour first, because obviously dogs don't understand what sit actually means. So. Nice. Like that. Now I'm going to move on to drop. So we're going to lure him into a drop position. Just like so. So first of all, I put him into a sit and then just try to get him to come down. It may take a few goes. I'm just doing this, gradually getting down to the lower level. Even just lowering the head a little bit. And getting lower and lower, and you should begin to follow that food. Good work. So as you can see, he's getting lower and lower. Some dogs will just naturally go down, but he's proving just to be a little less willing to go down. So we do it in steps, just a gradual process. What have you seen? Have you seen yourself? And we feed low to encourage that behaviour of dropping down as well. Ready? This could take a few goes or even a few days, depending on your dog, to get him to drop down. We don't want to force the dog to drop by pulling the legs forward. So it may take a few goes before they're actually willing to drop. As you can see, he's getting closer. Here we go. Where's he? He's quite taken by himself in the glass here. Sometimes making the food just a little bit hard to get from your hand will make him come down to investigate. And then you can click the minute that happens. What a good dog. Yes! So here we go, he just dropped. I'm going to shower the treats, jackpot, so 3 treats at once, just for being in that down position. Okay, really make it rewarding. Oh, nice. Nice work. Okay, ready? Okay. So we're luring him into a sit and then down. Good boy. I'm just raising the criteria a little bit. Just not clicking just for any little movements now. Okay. Just see if we can get him. That's pretty good. Good boy. Good. Okay, again, he's just going down. So I'm going to give lots of treats for him being in that position. So I'm building value for that drop position. Good boy. Good. He's a lot of fun. Good. Yeah, make a fuss. Make a fuss when they go into that drop. Just like that. That's really turning for the training. Ready? Yeah. So you can see he's got it. He's got it. Just clicks just like that. Ready? So it's a real game. Make a game of it, and you will enjoy the training, and the dog will enjoy it so much more as well. Ready? So he's got that now. He's pretty good. See how I'm making a game with it? And he's going into those positions. God. So now we're just moving, testing that luring, okay, by making him go from the sit to the drop. But this is moving quite quickly. I know people don't have a lot of time, so I'm wanting to include a lot in each of my videos. Okay, but you can work on it throughout the day. Ready, Susie? Ready? Susie? Yes, good boy. Good boy. Susie, ready? Good. Drop. Nice. Okay, and then to add in stand, we simply move the food forward a little. Susie. Okay, the minute he just gets up a little bit, and eventually it becomes stand. Come, Susie. Good boy. Good boy. Lots of praise. Keep it a lot of fun. If your dog's starting to wander around and they're not overly interested in your food rewards, okay, it's not fun enough for them. There's not enough value. Raise the value of your treats. Use cabanossi, okay, or something really tasty, cheese, alright, or their favourite toy, okay? I'll show you how to use a toy reward instead of the food right now for these exercises. Okay, so Zorro's favourite teddy, you can see he loves it, okay? Okay, and then give him his toy, see? Just let him have a play with the toy, okay? Okay, here we go, sit. Good boy. So I'm simply getting him to do the behaviour just by luring with the toy. Clicking means that it's his turn to play with the toy. Really simple stuff. Don't be concerned if the behaviour of dropping or sitting goes a bit backwards for a little while. That will happen. It's part of the learning process. Push through it and you'll have a really nice behaviour. Okay? Sit. Good boy. As you can see, Zorro's getting a little bit tired, so we do need to monitor how your dog's faring as well during the session. So he is getting a little tired. I'll probably end the session soon. We want to end on a good note. In order to fade the lure and add a verbal cue, it's really simple. Once your dog is performing the behaviour with your lure, whether it be the toy or the food, reliably, you can simply empty your hand of the food or the toy and use your hand as a signal to sit. Just like you would when you had the food in your hand. So just raising your hand above the dog's head for the sit, for the drop simply bringing your hand down in front of the dog. Again, work on this until the dog is reliably following your hand signals. Then you can add in the verbal cue. Simply say sit, wait a second, and then use your hand signal to signal to the dog the sit. Now it's important to wait a second so that the dog understands that the cue sit starts to predict the behaviour. So it becomes the cue as opposed to the hand signal being the cue. If your dog doesn't sit, simply go back to the last step that they were successful on. Whether it be adding the food and the toy back to your hand as you give the hand signal, or going back and simply doing the hand signal on its own. You need to work with your own dog at their own pace. So it's important to always be analysing whether they're interested in the training process, the game of training. If you're losing their interest, you may be progressing too quickly. And just simply go back and lower your criteria and reward little movements again. This will get the dog interested in the game again, and you're not wasting your time. You're building a really solid behaviour with this. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Please don't forget to join me on Facebook for extra quick video tutorials. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to follow Zorro's progress.